Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the topic of meteors, or what are different objects which are present in our solar system. So recently it has been observed that meteor has recently struck Earth, and it has struck the Earth at the African continent and in the South Africa. So one of the provinces of South Africa, it has been observed that a meteor has recently struck the nation. So let us first see what is the timeline. First we will be looking at the news, then about the news, meteors and what are the different types of meteors, then different solar system objects which are present, and then prelims practice question. Topic is of relevance from general studies paper 1 and also paper 3. Paper 1, that is geography, paper 3, that is science and technology in the science section. Before we move forward, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. The news talks about meteor strike in South Africa. What do we know? Where did it come from? Meteor. And if we will go by the GS paper 1, that is geography, this is one of the most important topic, because over the years, in the last 2 decades, if you will go through the prelims practice question or the PYQs, you will come to know that how important these topics are and how many questions have been asked from this topic of meteors, meteoroids, asteroid belt, Kuiper belt and all others. So let us look at the news. So in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa, meteorite had fallen in the area, and the scientists have also confirmed about this news, and they have said that the meteorite which has fallen is a car-sized rock fragment having entered Earth's atmosphere and disintegrated over the Eastern Cape, and it will be the 52nd on the country's list of meteorite. So in this area of the East Cape province of South Africa, many incidents have been observed over the years of meteorites striking the area, and this incident will be the 52nd on this list. And then over 75,000 meteoroids in the society's database has been observed till date, and in South Africa this will be 52nd, and half of those come from Antarctica, Sahara region being the second. So out of this more than 75 meteoroids that have struck in the society till now, most of them has taken place in Antarctica, and on the second number we have Sahara. So let us talk about the country South Africa. So the country South Africa belongs to the continent Africa, and it is the southernmost country of the African continent, that is South Africa, and it shares its border with two oceans, that is the Indian Ocean and then the Atlantic Ocean. So Indian Ocean on the southern and the eastern side, while Atlantic Ocean on the western side. And if we go by the countries which South Africa shares its border, then that is Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Botswana and Namibia. These are the countries with which South Africa shares its border. Now let us talk about meteorites. And in the starting, the picture that I showed you, okay, this is the image of the meteorite that has been observed recently in South Africa. Now let us talk about the topic of meteorites. So what are actually meteorites? So meteoroids are pieces of our solar system which fall on Earth. So in the solar system, these are small pieces which are present and they fall on the Earth, and they contain information like, for example, about the origin of our solar system and the rocky bodies in it, and they also help us to understand how the evolution of the Earth, its origin and evolution has taken place till date. Then about the types of meteorites. So there are two types of meteorites that we will be talking about. That first is the chondrites and second is the echondrites. So first is chondrites. Chondrites make up about 86% of all meteorites that have been found globally. So all the meteorites that has been found globally, around 86% of them are chondrites, and they are the oldest solid objects in the solar system, and they were formed around 4.57 billion years ago. Then second comes the echinoderms. Echinoderms are more than half of the remaining meteoroids that have been found on the earth. So around 86% are chondrites, and chondrites are also carbonaceous in nature. And then the remaining 14% out of, other than the 86%, then the remaining 14%, around 50% is echinoderms. Now let us come to the main point and the main topic, that is the different objects which are present in the solar system, and this is the portion from where the question will be asked in the examination. So we have just looked at the meteorite. Now apart from the meteorite, let us look at other objects also. So meteoroid was a object which was present in our solar system, and it enters the Earth's atmosphere. Now let us come to the topic of, first is the comet. Now what is a comet? Comet is a mass of ice, rock and dust drifting in space that often has a tail which grows as it gets closer to the sun. Now look at this image. So it is not a stone, it is basically made up of ice, rock and dust. So ice, rock and dust, it combines and it forms a comet, and when it falls downwards, it also has a tail. So very clearly it is visible, it also has a tail. Then the tail is made up of water, dust and various gases and vaporizes by solar energy. So the tail, when the objects goes in the downward direction, and the tail which we are able to see, then that tail is made up of water, dust and different gases, and this different gases, it is what vaporizes in the form of solar energy. So this was about comet. Second is the asteroid, and this is the term that we hear a lot times in the news. Now what are asteroids? It is a body made up of rocks with both metallic and non-metallic. So it is basically a rock, and very clearly you are able to see in the image that it is a rock, both metallic and non-metallic, and it orbits the sun. It means if this is sun, then it will orbit around the sun. Usually in the asteroid belt, and the asteroid belt takes place between Mars and Jupiter. So between the planet Mars and Jupiter, the objects which rotates around the sun is what is called asteroid. Then some asteroids are comet nuclei. They range in size from a few centimeters to the 1000 kilometers. So asteroids can be very small in size as well as very big in size also. Then next comes the meteoroid. Meteoroid is also a rock which often an asteroid fragment that is bigger than a grain of sand and orbits the sun. Now meteoroid also orbits around the sun, and many a times the small particles which breaks from the asteroid and comes down is, you can say, that can be termed as a meteoroid, because meteoroid as compared to the bigger asteroids are very small in size, and they also rotates or orbits the sun, and the term meteoroid refers to the object before it enters the atmosphere. So imagine if this is the atmosphere and the object has come till here but has not entered the atmosphere, then that will be called meteoroid. So an object which has not entered Earth's atmosphere is what is called meteoroid. Then comes the next topic, and that is the meteor. Now meteoroid, a meteoroid that enters the Earth's surface becomes a meteor. Now meteoroid was something which was not entering Earth's surface. Okay, something which has not entered Earth's surface is meteoroid. But if an object which is having the same property as meteoroid, orbiting around the sun, not very big in size, is a particle of the asteroid, but if it enters the Earth's surface, then that will be referred to as meteor. It enters Earth's surface. So something which does not enter Earth's surface, meteoroid. Something which enters Earth's surface, meteor. Then meteor also burns up as it travels through the atmosphere. So the meteor, when it travels through the atmosphere, it starts to have or give the sensation of a burning star. So the shooting star or the burning star that we see is known as meteor, and we also call it Tootta Tara. So the Tootta Tara or the shooting star which we see, then that is a meteor, and if that has not entered the earth's surface, that will be known as meteoroid. So we have discussed comet, asteroid, meteoroid and meteor. Out of all, the biggest in size is asteroid. Now next is the fireball. Next is the fireball. So meteor that burns as it travels throughout atmosphere, leaving behind a very bright streak of light. This rather rare phenomena is the result of a meteoroid that is larger or denser than usual. Sometimes it is even visible during the day. So see, meteoroid was something which has not entered the atmosphere. Meteor was something which has entered the atmosphere and has a burning sensation, and that is why it is called shooting star. Now we have a fireball, which you can say is an extended version or an advanced version of a meteor. Meteor was not burning completely, but a fireball burns completely. Now look at this image, and this fireball can be seen during the daytime also, because the burning capacity is very high. Then next comes the meteorite. When a meteor does not completely burn up, as it travels through the atmosphere, the fragment found on the ground is called meteorite. Now meteorite is also rocky in nature. Meteorite is also something which enters the earth's surface. Now this is also enters the earth's surface. Not very big in size, you can say comparatively small in size, but it is different from the meteor, because the meteorite, it does not burn completely. Completely burning does not take place. So see, meteorite complete burning is not taking place. Meteor burning is taking place. Fireball extensive burning is taking place, and meteorite not entering the atmosphere. It is very closely related to each other. So this was about meteorite. Now let us talk about the Kuiper belt. Now what is the Kuiper belt? This term also you hear a lot in the news, and Kuiper belt is also known as the Edgeworth-Kuiper belt, and it is a flat ring of small icy bodies that revolve around the sun. So in the Kuiper belt also, it revolves around the sun beyond the orbit of the planet Neptune. So if imagine these are the small planets, and if this is Neptune, then it is away from or after Neptune, and it also revolves around the sun. So that is Kuiper belt. So we have discussed Kuiper belt, meteorite, fireball, meteor, meteoroid, asteroid and comet. And to solve the question which UPSC asks, this much information will be enough for you, but you have to get it very clear in your head. And in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section, and it is a PYQ. It is a previous year question which was asked in UPSC prelims. What is the difference between asteroid and comets? So there are three statements given. First, asteroids are small rocky planetoids, while comets are formed of frozen gases held together by rocky and metallic materials. You should be able to solve this one. Asteroids are found mostly between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars, while comets are found mostly between Venus and Mercury. This also we discussed about the planets. Then comets show a precipitable glowing tail, while asteroids do not. So I think you will be giving me, you people are giving me the correct answer in the comment section. And which of the statements given are correct? 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.